I keep wanting to have a chat here. Welcome everybody. Welcome to our summer workshop artist dream life sessions. I am actually hosting this on She's Restored. This is my inner healing channel because YouTube has a specific number of subscribers before you can go live. So welcome. I'm just kind of trying to see if I can put a title in here, but I hope it worked. But yes, this is Soñado Librè Sound, which is my artist and musician community workshop. I do this quarterly, and this is our summer workshop. So for those of you who are artists who are on my She's Restored channel and family, I welcome you to join us over there. And welcome everyone who's coming from over there to over here. This is a channel where I share on inner healing, spiritual journey, and pretty much anything else that the Lord lays on my heart for our community. So today's workshop is on vision. This is something that I began sharing in 2022 when I did our first artist and musician workshop. And it was one of the 8 building blocks to building your dream life as an artist. And it was to know your vision. I got a lot of amazing response and encouragement and feedback. So I decided to go ahead and expound on that. In fact, I knew I was going to do this at some point. So the last month or so, I've been sharing, or the last couple of weeks perhaps, I've been sharing on these 4 areas of vision. So today I decided I'm just going to bring it all to you in one video so you can have it for your reference and share it with others who you think may be interested or could benefit from it. So again, welcome everyone who's coming into the chat. This is She's Restored. I'm Ruby, by the way, for those of you that are new to my channel. And those of you that are coming over from Soñado Librè Sound, welcome. And I hope that you find more on this channel that will bless you as well. So let's get started. This is on vision. So let's go ahead and get into what vision is. Your vision is literally your life. Hi, welcome. Your vision is your dream life, actually. It is the blueprint of your life, as I like to say. It is why you are here. It is the why of my existence. My vision is the why, okay? And it is actually the most vital thing for you to know when it comes to, sorry about that, when it comes to what you're doing with your time and your energy, your essence, your existence. And if you don't know what vision is, let me define it in the way that I discovered what my vision is. And it was basically taking my passions, my desires, things that matter to me the most, and combining it with my gifts and talents, okay? This is probably the easiest way to kind of, if you're still not sure, you know, what does that mean? What does that look like for me? It's taking your inherited self, which is a spiritual part of you, because your vision is already within you. It's really a matter of tapping into that and discovering it for yourself. but it's typically and usually connected to the things that matter to you most and the things that that you love and that you're passionate about. Which is why I am in the realm and the field that I'm in, because I love helping people. I love connecting to people, especially people that have been through a lot, because I resonate with that and I identify with that. And I also love the arts and music. So I've put it all together, and this is why I'm here talking to you guys right now and teaching you these things. So, do you know what your vision is? And if not, I hope by the end of this workshop you will know what it is, or you will begin to tap into it, or you will continue to unveil that for yourself so that you can share that with others. Because at the end of the day, our lives are a gift to us, but they're also a gift to others when we choose to walk in that God-ordained vision for our life. Thank you, Eunice. Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliments and the comments. And welcome to my channel. Okay, so let's see. Vision is the blueprint of your life. Now, when it comes to building it as an artist, specifically, because we first of all, I like to say this because it's true. We all are artists in some way or another, or creatives in some way or another, because we are created in the image of the Creator. God is a very creative master of the universe. I mean, you just need to look outside to see that. So in the same way, he has given us that fingerprint of creativity. Now, again, this is part of, discovering self and what it is that I am creative in. It's not necessarily always in the arts. It could be in another arena or another area. But you do have that within you, okay? And, but when it comes to building your dream life as an artist, I like to encourage artists to remember that whatever it is that you're passionate about, I do believe with time, patience is a big one. And again, tapping into that inner self, where it is, where all the knowledge, all the wisdom and revelation is within. And of course, resources, connections, and when I say connections, I mean specifically like people that are beneficiaries, as I like to call them, of what you're going to bring and manifest into the world. Putting all of that together is a sure guarantee that you will get to build that dream life as an artist. And it doesn't matter which area of the arts that you're in. Okay, so let's move on to the second point that I have. And that is to protect your vision. So once you know, this is what I'm here to do. I'm here to fill that in for yourself. These are the things that I feel God has gifted me with as far as talents, gifts, passions, things that matter to me, things that are important to me. Then you begin to cultivate it. And then you learn to protect what it is. Now, protecting your vision begins with understanding that you are the guardian of your destiny, and no one has access unless you allow them to. Okay, now here's where we get into the spiritual aspect of coming into purpose. Because remember, we are here with purpose, to bless this world, to bless others. And there is a real spiritual dark force that does not want that to happen. So you will come against all kinds of opposition when you are moving into purpose. You're moving into, again, the why, of why I'm here. So it's important to, number one, spiritually discern that this is a reality that's going to happen. So I need to learn how to be a guardian of my own destiny. And you can only learn that with the help of God, who is your spiritual father. He knows what's coming. He knows what's within you. He knows your area of weaknesses, so you can get to know them yourself and know how to combat all this spiritual warfare that's going to come against you, because trust me, it's going to. The second part of protecting your vision is to know that you must see your vision as what it truly is and the reason you are here. So again, this is the why, and this is where I get into purpose, calling, and assignments. I actually have a video on this. I think I said this not too long ago this year, but where I was gonna expound on purpose, calling, and assignment. Because let me tell you something, there's nothing more devastating than not knowing why you're here. Feeling like you don't have direction, you don't have motivation, you don't know why you're here. You're just sort of existing. And for some of us, we've experienced existing in a very low and dark place, and that is the worst place you can be. And if you're there now, I pray for healing. I pray for wisdom to come out of that, because you are here for a reason. You're here for purpose. So knowing that, I'm here for a reason. I'm not just existing and then I die and then there's nothing left to be. You're a spiritual being, so you will always exist. But while you're here, we need you. There's something you carry, there's something within you that the world needs and that you are going to bless others with. And I'm here to encourage you to find out what that is. And I'm here to encourage you to continue once you find out what it is, so that you can fulfill your purpose. Now, calling is the how of my purpose, the how of why I'm here. So how is it that I'm going to bless others? Okay, so again, I've shared this before, I'll share it again, but I'm here to help a specific demographic, for lack of a better word right now, of people, and actually more than one, but I'm here to help the broken, because I've lived it and I'm still recovering and I'm still healing, and I want others to heal too. I want others to come out of brokenness. And I'm also here to help artists, because I believe in art. I believe it's a healing balm to humanity's every ill and every problem. And so I've put that together, and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing today. So calling is the what. What do you do? Okay, so discover why, discover what, and then assignment is the how. Okay, so how do I do what I do? Well, I do it through teachings, group classes, and slowly but surely through the one-to-one sessions, which is where you will get the most benefit, because it's literally me sitting with you like this and delving into your areas of brokenness, so that you can begin to discover that true self that's been buried under generational trauma or whatever it is that you carry, so that you can begin to release that, and you can begin to again unveil my true self, my true essence, my true nature, so that you can be the best version of you, your healed version. Okay, so again, second part was you must see your vision as what it truly is, which is the reason you are here. And that sums up to purpose, calling, and assignments. Okay, so number 3. And welcome everyone who's joining. I am doing a workshop, artist musician workshop. I'm doing it on this channel. But please, if you guys have any questions or comments or experiences, please share them with everyone, because everyone will be blessed by whatever you share. So number 3, your vision is connected to every success in your life, so you must carry it with care. Okay, again, this is coming to that maturity, and knowing that, okay, now that I know why I'm here, carrying this well is going to guarantee my success in every area of my life, okay? Now, those of you that are new to my channel, let me define success, in my opinion, because I don't really have a typical traditional perspective on success. I truly believe success has nothing to do with your money, how many degrees you have, or how big your house is. It has to do with knowing self, mastering self, and living the fullness of why you're here. That's my definition of success. So when you hear that word, okay, so number 4 in protecting your vision is discern your circle when sharing your vision. Okay, so this is crucial because again, coming back to the spiritual warfare aspect of this, it is important to understand that not is going to cheer you on in what you're doing. And the reasons are endless. You know, it could be they just don't get it. They don't understand what you're doing. They think maybe you're wasting your time, or you're wasting your talent, or whatever it is. You know, people will have different opinions, naysaying, whatever it is. So it's important that you discern, number 1, who you're sharing what you're doing with, but also how soon you're sharing it. Again, I'm trying to think of the phrase, a private life is a peaceful life. There we go. A private life is a peaceful life. There is truth to that. Announcing before it's time can really throw things off. There's another verse that is coming to mind. Has to do with the foxes spoiling the vine. Okay, so again, it's just discerning, okay, am I ready to announce what I'm doing, even in any stage that you're doing it? And who am I announcing it to that I can trust, that's going to, number 1, support and encourage, and not take me the opposite direction, because you're already going to have a lot of opposition coming against you. So these are people, again, that you can confide in. They're going to be non-biased, that truly have your best interest. They want to see you succeed. They want to see you happy. So that's number 4 in protecting your vision. Number 5, be patient with the process of your vision coming to complete fruition. So this is the whole lifelong, I need to be patient as I'm pursuing my goals, my desires, my passions. I guess the best analogy or description I could say is going to school. I mean, people go to school for 6-8 years, depending on what kind of degree they get. And you're not going to get that degree if you're not patient. But if you know, once I'm done with this schooling and I have my certification or license or diploma or whatever it is, then I'm going to have the credentials I need for such and such. So it's the same way when you're pursuing your vision. You want to remember, I already see what I'm doing and what I'm traveling toward. So that's my encouragement whenever all these roadblocks are going to come against me. And trust me, they are going to. It's a guarantee that you are going to have opposition. That really goes for anything that has to do with doing good in this world. You're going to have all kinds of spiritual warfare come against you. So just be prepared for that. Okay, let's see. Number 3, this was my third chapter, if you will, on bringing your vision to fruition. And that is cultivate your vision. Okay, so here's where we begin to put our entire self into this, okay? Cultivating is, I liken this to having a garden or tending a garden. You have to make sure that everything is where it needs to be and functioning the way it needs to be. So to cultivate is to have all the necessary ingredients and all the necessary tools to bring out the best while simultaneously eliminating the worst in your vision in this context. Again, in gardening terms, it's protecting your crops from premature death, whether it's the elements or whether it's little critters coming in and eating them. You know, we have to be watchful and we have to be cultivating while we're doing this all at the same time. So number 1 in this process is, as I just shared, to protect and nurture. And what I'm sharing here is that you have to see your vision as your own creative baby. Okay, because essentially it is. You're a parent to what you carry within. Okay. There's actually a lot I can get into this specific area because for some of us, okay, I'm going to camp here for a minute. I already feel it. For some of us, based on how I was taken care of as a child, and if I'm not in tune with that healing process of that, I might take care of my creative baby in the same way. And that might not be a good thing. So you need to be in tune with self and in tune with your own healing so you can carry this child, creative baby, brain child, or heart child. For some of us, we're thinkers, some of us are feelers. And carry it with great care because it literally is your seeds that you're putting into the world so it can grow and be fruit for other people, if that makes sense. So it's paramount that you have this balance of protecting and nurturing. I think I liken this to, you know, the male and the female. The male is inherently created to protect, just by nature. That's how God created the male, is to be a protector of what is his. And the female is inherently someone who nurtures, okay? So nurturing is giving, pouring into, making sure it's taken care of, okay? Giving it gentleness when it needs it, giving it empathy when it needs it. Everything that the feminine has is nurturing, and everything that the masculine has is protecting, okay? So that's number 1. Number 2 in cultivating your vision is to master the harmonious balance of natural creative flow and discipline. So this is something that I actually got into detail in our first workshop that I ever did, which you can find on my Soñado Librè Sound YouTube channel or my Instagram. I think I have little clips on there that you can go and watch. But natural creative flow is essentially when I like to create naturally, okay? Now this can be hard to kind of pinpoint, especially if you're working and you have a set schedule with work and you don't really have the liberty to drop what you're doing at work and start, you know, writing a song or writing a poem or whatever it is. But there is a natural rhythm that you have inside and outside of time that you need to tune into so that you can honor it, because that is the most authentic part of your creative process. And at the same time, you have to have the discipline to make it come to fruition. Okay? And in this section here, what we're talking about is mastering bringing the two together. And that is a lifelong process, because some of us are more spontaneous and improvisational. I'm one of those people. And some of us are a little more on the rigid side, and we don't allow for, that spontaneity. So we have to find the balance between the two. And that is number 2. Number 3 in cultivating your vision is to move in silence. Again, this is echoing what I shared earlier about discerning your circle. Because I'm going to share this very gently and very kindly. But the reality is there are some spirits, okay, that oppress people that are not very kind, and they're not very encouraging. Okay, so this is spirits of jealousy, envy, monitoring spirits, coveting spirits, and if you announce too soon, that spiritual warfare is going to amplify under the wrong hearing, if that makes sense. So move in silence. Stay completely connected to your vision until it's ready to be announced. Now, again, this can be anything that you're working on. Just be wise about what you're sharing and when you're sharing it. Okay, number 4 in cultivating your vision is to study. Study, study, study. Be a student of your own craft. Some of us like to be students. I love learning all the time. I love teaching, but I love learning too. So especially if you are in those dry places of, you're not very, motivated, or you're procrastinating, or you don't feel inspired, that's your time to go study. That's your time to pick up a book or watch a video or take a class, to feed your soul and to enhance your knowledge, okay, on what you're doing. And then grow in your craft. So again, growing is not always easy, but it's important. It's important that you also give yourself that grace to learn from what you may think are mistakes along the way. They are there to help build your character. So never despise small beginnings, as they say. Okay, so let's see if I have more. Yes, one more on cultivating your vision, and that is number 5, to tend to your vision garden regularly. So again, having a dedicated routine to keep you on track. So I'm one of those people, I can't live without my planner or my calendar. If I don't have it, I'm lost. It helps me stay focused. It helps me remember what I need to get done. Even if I can't get it done, at least I have it there to remind me of what am I doing today? What am I doing this week? What's my overview? It's important for you to have something along those lines. For some of us, it's digital calendars. I have them because, everybody has them, but I'm old school. I like paper and pen, so planners are my way to go. But find what's yours and be diligent to remember to take care of your seeds as you're planting them. Take care of your soil. Make sure it's the right soil for the right seeds. And of course, water and sun. Make sure that you are nourishing, that you are hydrating, that you're replenishing everything in your vision. And what else? Okay, that's all for cultivating our vision. And here's our last part, and this is to bring your vision to fruition. So again, this is like the whole lifelong process. For some of us, it's just going to take a while. And I will say, the bigger the dream, the longer it's going to take for it to come true. But it will come true if you believe in it. If you believe in your dream, that's all you need. Everybody else can say what they need to say, think what they need to think, but as long as you stay in faith for what you're doing, there's no failure. There's no such thing as failure. Actually, I don't believe there's failure, but it won't fail. Okay, so remember that, again, your vision is the blueprint of your life. It is why you're here, and you have to carry it that way. This is mine. I'm here with this, and I'm here to give it to others, and only I can do that. Because honestly, other people can copy your ideas or be inspired, and hopefully they're inspired, of course. I mean, we're here to inspire others and to help others kind of tap into their own selves. But nobody has your fingerprint on what you're doing. Nobody has your anointing. That's why this is so important, is for you to remember that what I'm doing is unique. It's tailored for me and through me, so I can give it in my own signature fingerprint, if you will. Okay, so number one, in bringing your vision to fruition, is to know and own your vision. Okay, again, master it. Number two, know thyself, master thyself. This is, again, the inner healing lifelong journey. The more I know myself, the more I can master myself, because there is part of self that wants to rebel against self, if that makes sense. So again, I am partly broken and I'm partly healed. In my life journey is bringing those two together so I can live in restoration while I'm here. But I need to know both. I need to be able to see my future self, and I need to be able to see my past self, so that I can deal with my present self and I can get myself to my future self, if that makes sense. But the only way I can do that is if I spend time with me, and I know who I am, and I know what I've been through, and I know where I want to go. So that's number two. Know thyself, master thyself. And for those of you that are new to this channel, or this is the first time you're watching anything on my channel, this is what I teach on most of the time here. So I welcome you to join, subscribe, and see what I have on the channel for you. Number three, review the basics. Again, this is something that no matter how brilliant, smart, educated you are, going back to the basics is essential. I need to remember my humble beginnings, and I need to visit them often so I can see my progress and I can be encouraged in my present, especially during those times of winter where things aren't growing as quickly as I'd like, or I'm not inspired as much as I'd like. That's when it's time to revisit the basics. Again, seed, soil, water, sun, as it pertains to my personal vision. Number four, I call this phantom failure, superficial success. Again, so coming back to this understanding of what is real failure, what is real success. Some of that is in the eye of the beholder, so may be different from somebody else's estimation of success. And what you esteem to be failure, likewise. But I encourage you to remember that those times that you feel you're not getting it or you're not quite there is really more of a stepping stone to get you further along down the line. Again, some of us, because we were taught maybe to be a little harder on ourselves, this is where you can find yourself in those lulls, or even worse, going backwards and being discouraged and not wanting to continue because you think something didn't go the way it's supposed to, or whatever it is for you. But I'm encouraging you to remember that sometimes the failures are not really failures. They're more like stepping stones to get you further along. And again, superficial success, I encourage you, especially in the art world, in the music world, your success has nothing to do with your fame, and your success has nothing to do with your wealth. It has to do with your purpose. Again, personal opinion, but I encourage you to take that for you if it's for you. And if you're on the other side, where you feel you're not successful because nobody knows who you are, not a lot of people know your work, you're already successful. You're doing what you're doing. Keep doing it, and don't get discouraged by the numbers. Okay? Trust me, you'll get there, especially if you already know this is what I'm here to do. Stay with it no matter what. Number 5, build your empire first, then create it. Again, so this is coming to that understanding, which is what I'm talking about in general, is I can see my future because I know why I'm here. And you have to really be able to do that so that you have the courage, the excitement, the hope, the faith, and the perseverance to get there. Okay? So again, I know I'm here, and by the grace of God, I am in the process of getting to my dream life. In fact, I can honestly say some of what I'm doing is already my dream life. But for you, what does that look like for you? What can you see yourself doing in the future that you say, yes, that's me. That's why I'm here. And these are the people that I'm here to bless. Build your empire first, then create it. Okay? And it starts with the mind and the heart, and bringing those two in sync and staying the course no matter what. Number 6, work your schedule till it works for you. So again, going back to discipline, if you're not someone who's disciplined, you need a calendar, you need a schedule. Even if you're in a season where you're not doing a lot, putting those little blocks of time to say, okay, 4 p.m., I'm going to write for 30 minutes. Even if you have nothing to write, you sit there at 4 o'clock and you start writing whatever's coming to mind. Again, it's cultivating the practice of what am I doing? Why am I doing it? And why am I here? And it's not going to happen without you making it happen. So, and on the contrary, others of us have too much on our schedule, and we're not making enough time to pursue the dream life. Okay? So wherever you are, again, it's finding that balance where, am I really overloaded? It's like I wake up and I'm on the go all day, and I come home and I don't even have time to do anything, unwind. I gotta go to sleep because I gotta wake up. So you gotta balance that. Where am I putting my time for building this vision for myself. It needs to happen if it's going to happen. Number 7, and this is the last one, by the way, is to enjoy the fruit while it's growing. Okay, this goes back to, encouraging yourself. Sometimes it's a long season where you're the only cheerleader in your own life and you have to keep yourself going. Take time to step back and see what you've already done. Look at old, I don't know, I'm trying to think of, look at old videos or old sketches or whatever it is for you that you can see, wow, I've really grown, or I've something that encourages you that you are on the right path, and that you're not going to quit no matter what, and to enjoy it. Take time to rejoice when you finish, recording a song, and even though it's not the whole album yet, you recorded a song. That's awesome, and enjoy that and celebrate it. And yeah, this is workshop on vision. I hope this blessed you. Please share it with those you think would bless as well. And if you feel led to subscribe to either of my channels, I encourage you to do that. And I will be back with another workshop in the fall. Doing these quarterly, or at least I'm trying to. I missed the spring one, but I plan to do one in the fall as well. And I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it'll be great, and I encourage you to join me then. Hope everyone's doing well. Don't forget, July is the month of completion. I love July. I love 7. It's my favorite number, and 7 is completion. So things in your life that have been unsettled, or not where you hoped or planned, please expect this month, by the end of this month, if it hasn't already happened for you in some area, something good is coming your way. And I join you in that faith and encouragement. What else? Yes, my She's Restored workshop. I was actually scheduled to do that this week, but I didn't, and I apologize. But I'm going to bring it to you next Tuesday for those of you that are interested, and that's going to be Reflect, Release, Restore. This is the inner healing journey that I'm going to teach you on, and it's a lot of good stuff. So I encourage you to join me next Tuesday, and I'll put a little thing in the community to remind you. So that's all. Hope you're having a great Thursday, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.